Coming up on Look Today, well, the big balloon breakfast raised a lot of money for the Glens Falls Open Door mission. I've got details. And people in our region work to raise awareness for child abuse. More on that coming up. And Saratoga Hospital Foundation commissions artwork in honor of SPAC's 50th year. I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with Robin Barkenhagen. He's a Green Party candidate running for the 114th Assembly District. He's here to discuss his political campaign. I also sit down with Marty DeWitt. He's the owner of Thermal Associates Heating and Cooling Specialists. He's here to talk about geothermal energy, how it works, and why it's better for the environment. Good interview. Plus, we have your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the annual Big Balloon Breakfast saw an attendance of 3,000 people over the weekend. Now, the event raised over $15,000 for the Glens Falls Open Door Mission. The Open Door Mission held the annual event in collaboration with the Adirondack Balloon Festival. Now, recently, the mission acquired a new facility to house its operations on Warren Street in Glens Falls. The money that was raised to help run the new facility. Well, we also spoke to Kim Cook. She's a director of the Open Door Mission.
This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. This will probably correlate to around $15,000 to $20,000 to our bottom line, which really helps us to feed a lot of people through the year.
Congratulations, Kim. In other news, after the recent tragedy of a 4-year-old girl who was seriously injured in Fort Edward, a movement has started. A growing number of people are trying to raise awareness for child abuse. Caden Rice is still on life support because of injuries that were allegedly caused by her mother. Now, the mother has been charged with reckless assault of a child, which is a felony. Now, we're going to keep you updated on this story. We don't like to tell stories like this, but it's important if it helps Caitlin, and more importantly, if it helps the issue of child abuse. Switching from news to weather. Today saw some cloudy skies with most sunshine, well, a lot of rain, a little bit of everything. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, every year, the Saratoga Hospital Foundation commissions an original holiday ornament that celebrates the landmarks and traditions of the Saratoga region. And the unveiling of the ornament was at SPAC. Now, proceeds go to the Cancer Patient Fund of Saratoga Hospital. Each ornament is designed by a local artist and captures the spirit of the region. The artist this year, Joseph Bell, who, by the way, is a medical doctor as well. Well, also in attendance was the outgoing executive director of SPAC, Marcia White, who had this to say.
We're very grateful for Saratoga Hospital, who's been a partner for us, a sponsor for us with SPAC for over a decade. And every year, Dr. Bell creates an ornament for the hospital in order to celebrate the season, but also as a fundraising effort to support Saratoga Hospital. This is the 50th ornament that he's created. So they decided to use SPAC's 50th anniversary as the template to design this gorgeous ornament.
Up next, I sit down with Robin Barkenhagen. He's a Green Party candidate running for the 114th Assembly District. He's here to discuss his 2016 political campaign. Plus, I also sit down with Marty DeWitt. He's the owner of Thermal Associates Heating and Cooling Specialists. He's here to talk about geothermal energy, how it works, and why it's better for the environment. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? You can give us a call on our hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Hey, we're tight on time tonight, so I really only have time for one lookout. And I want to cycle back on the story about Caden Rice, the 4-year-old girl. We had some technical difficulties, and we lost the footage. They had a memorial and a vigil in honor of her in Fort Edward. And it's just a reminder that, keep her in your prayers. She's on life support system. She's only 4 years old. And also, if there's anything that you think that you can do by donating to any of the causes that address child abuse, maybe you ought to consider that. Tonight on Look TV, it's a Queensbury Town Board meeting. It's a new one. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.